Hello. The purpose of this video is to show you how to set up a VNC connection over Serial Console from a Windows client or desktop to the Windows instance within OCI in cases where you have networking troubles on the OCI Windows instance and cannot connect over remote desktop. This can be caused by Windows updates or an unclean shutdown or changing the network device drivers. The connection is over the Serial Console, so even if the instance is not on the network, you should still be able to set up a VNC connection. These steps require a VNC client. In this case, I'm using VNC Viewer. And also from the Putty application bundle, the PuttyGen program, which is for converting OpenSSH keys to Putty keys, and the plink.exe executable, which is part of the Putty distribution, but not shown here because it's a command line utility. During normal operation, when you're trying to connect via remote desktop, what you typically see when you try to connect is that after 15 seconds or so, it times out and shows you that it cannot connect. And this is the problem that we're trying to work around here. And here's the typical error that you get once that timeout happens. Okay, to get this set up, view the OCI instance details. You may see a warning at the top saying this instance is unresponsive, which confirms that networking is down. Scroll down and to the left and click on Console Connection. There, you'll be given the option to launch Cloud Shell connection or create local connection. In this case, we want to create a local connection. When we create a local connection, we're going to save the private key that's generated as part of this, and you'll see that download saved in your browser. Then click Create. While it's creating, we'll go to Downloads folder and see that key. Now we're going to start up PuttyGen and use it to convert the downloaded key that we just got. After opening PuttyGen, select Conversions from the menu and then Import Key. Select the downloaded key and then select Save Private Key. You'll get a warning asking if you want to save the key without a passphrase. For this to work, confirm that yes, you do want to save without a passphrase. I'm going to call this file winsave.ppk. You can now close PuttyGen as we're done with it. By this time, the local connection should be completed. You may have to move the floating quick help pop-up out of the way. Once you do, you'll be able to click on the 3 vertical dots and choose Copy VNC Connection for Windows option. Now, open up Notepad and be sure that Format Word Wrap is selected, and then paste into the blank Notepad window. What we want to do here is replace the existing key path with the full path to the winsave.ppk. The file that we just created is in 2 separate places. First, early in the command string, substitute the full path, and then also much closer to the end of the string. Now select the whole string and copy it. At this point, we need to open a PowerShell after right-clicking and selecting and run as administrator to provide the admin privs needed for this command to work. Once it's open, paste the string into that window. Notice that by default, it's going to create a localhost connection on port 5900. If port 5900 is already in use, you may have to go back and manually change that to another port. But for this demonstration, we'll leave it as is and see if we can set up that connection. It takes a few seconds, and then we'll ask you if you want to cache the key locally. So you'll answer why. Now it prompts you to press return to begin. You want to go ahead and literally hit return, and you'll see the cursor move down to the next line. All right, now start up our VNC client and set it to connect to localhost port 5900. Notice we're able to get through the instance even though it does not have a network connection. Now you'll log in as you normally would, and then go through whatever steps are required to restore your network connectivity. And then it's probably best to verify it's fixed by getting in via remote desktop once again. And that's it.